Hello, my name is Mrs. Chalmers. Welcome to our numeracy strategy of the day. Here in Inverclyde, we use various strategies to help us calculate addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. We use these strategies from Primary 3 to Primary 7 and beyond. Being able to add, subtract, multiply and divide in different ways is a really useful skill to have. Today, we will focus on the process of subtraction, and the strategy we will use is counting back. Our learning intention is to use pictorial representations and abstract thinking to solve subtraction tasks. Abstract thinking is just number sense. It's about knowing how numbers are made and being able to give reasons for the answers we get. Our success criteria today are to show, draw and describe how to solve subtraction problems by using the counting back strategy, and then to apply this strategy to similar problems. Have you got your pencil and paper ready? If you need to pause the video, you can do that now and get organised. When we first learned about subtraction, we would have counted back in ones. Now we are working with bigger numbers and that wouldn't be efficient. We need to count back in bigger chunks. How would you solve this calculation? 76 take away 42. Remember, to solve subtraction problems, you can count back in groups of thousands, hundreds, tens or ones. We'll only need to count back in groups of tens and ones for this one. If I start with 76, I'm going to count back 10, 20, 30, 40 and another 2. I've counted back 42. 76, 66, 56, 46, 36 and another 2, 34. Did you get to the answer 34? Of course you could have done it in a different way. You might have counted back in a chunk of 20. 76 take away 20 would be 56, and take away another 20 would be 36. We've taken away 40 so far and we only need to take away 2 more. 36 take away 2 more also gives us the answer of 34. Could we have started with 42 and taken away 76? No. We can't swap the numbers for subtraction. It works fine for addition, but it won't work for subtraction. Here is another way to look at that problem visually. This time we are going to look at the hundreds square. You can see my starting number of 76. I'm going to take away 10, 20, 30, 40 and then I'm going to go back 1, 2 more. So I took away 4 sets of 10 and then 2 ones and I landed on the number 34. Let's have another go. 325 take away 44. Pause the video here and draw your empty number line. Remember to use the counting back strategy to help you think about how to do this calculation. Will you count back in ones, tens, hundreds, or maybe a different digit? Come back once you have your answer. I've started with 325. I'm going to take away 10, 20, 30, 40 and then 2 and another 2 to take off that other 4 and I get my answer of 281. Maybe you did it a different way. Did you take off a chunk of 20 to get you to 305? Another chunk of 20 to get to 285? And then your chunk of 4 to get to 281? Or did you make one big jump of take away 40 to get to 285 and then taking away 4 to get to 281? Do you notice that all the answers are 281? Can you think of another way you could have solved that problem? Can you explain which one might be the most efficient way and why you think it is? Let's have a go at a trickier one. 786 take away 223. Pause the video here, use your empty number line, think about the counting back strategy and come back once you have your answer. I'm starting with 786 and the first thing I'm going to do is take off 100 to give me 686. I can then take off another 100 to get to 586. I've still got another 23 to take off, so I'll take off 2 tens to get to 566 and then take off my 3 to get to 563. I could also start at my 786 and make a bigger jump of minus 200 to get to 586, a jump of 20 to get down to 566, and then my jump of 3. Did you do it either of these ways? Or did you use different chunks to count back? There are lots of different ways you could have worked this out using the counting back strategy. It's now your turn to try out some subtraction problems using the counting back strategy. You can start at the first column, and if you find them too easy, move on to the next column. If you're still finding it quite hard, you may need to use some materials to help. Maybe using some different sized Lego blocks for the hundreds, tens and ones. Pause the video while you complete the task, and when you have finished, you can share your work with your teacher. You will also find another activity and a link to an online game to try out to practice your subtraction. This activity is a great way to practice your subtraction. It's called First to Zero. You can either choose to start with 100, 500 or 1000, depending on the level of challenge you want. Players can take it in turns to subtract a number from 1 to 9 from their starting number. Remember to shuffle your 1 to 9 cards before you start. Keep taking off the numbers, and the first player to reach 0 is the winner. But remember, you have to reach exactly 0 to be able to win. I wonder which strategy you might use. Here is a link to a website where you can access lots of different subtraction games. Have a go at a few of them and see which one is good for you. You might want to make a recommendation to a friend and they might give you one too. I hope you have lots of fun trying.